So this cringe fest of a director, Danny Martinez, apparently the guy behind Star Wars Theory YouTube channel, he decides that the best way to get famous with a short film is to make a fanfic of Star Wars instead of creating something original. So he goes out and he contacts Lucasfilm and they say, hey, don't monetize it. And he's like, okay, I won't. So he goes and he makes it, and it gets claimed by a different part of Disney, and they start making some money off of his views. And he gets so pissed that he makes 3 videos complaining why if he's not entitled to this money, then nobody is. Even though he went and he took an IP that he didn't pay $4 billion for, he's just so entitled and obnoxious, and his personality is so fake. Just take every annoying, cringy YouTuber who's just trying to appeal to everybody and mash them all together, and you'll get this dude, Danny. Here are a few highlights from that short film he made. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Why does Vader have a Japor snippet?
I made this for you, so you'll remember me.
That kid looks nothing like young Anakin. Like they just picked the kid off the street and put a wig on him. Children should never be in movies. There should be a law. Padme, I can't believe you're here. This is incredibly cringy. Darth Vader should never hug things. This is insanely out of character.
Is why you'll never defeat me.
Oh, so edgy. Oh my god. So here's the first video he put out when he started to get monetized by the company that owns the Star Wars music.
Well guys, this is a video that I never really wanted to make or really cared to make.
Cue montage of every cringy YouTuber who's ever started a video like that.
Okay. I'm actually doing this. I should just come out and say it. YouTubers manipulate their audiences constantly.
Disney and Warner Chappell have just hit the Vader fan film with acclaim. So now there will be ads running on it and all the money will be going to them. I went to them and I said, I want to make a Vader fan film. Can I crowdfund? Can I monetize it? Can I get some sort of payback from the money that I'm going to be putting into this to make this for the fans? And they're like, nope, can't crowdfund. Nope, you can't make money from it. If you didn't know, YouTube is my career.
The balls. The balls of the owner of the intellectual property telling you can't take that and make money for yourself off of it. How dare they spend $4 billion on a property and not let me make money off of it for free?
And I'm lucky enough to say that. You know, to not monetize something is like you going to work and not getting paid for your job.
No, it's kind of like me going to a work I was never hired for and then going on YouTube and complaining that I'm not getting paid for this job that I have no qualifications or entitlement to.
It's just something I really want to do, and so I did it.
You know, I really want to go to your Star Wars channel, Star Wars Theory, dude. I want to go to your channel with 1.4 million subs, and I just want to make one of my own videos on there. I just feel like I should be able to do that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get really pissy when the video gets monetized by you, when I made something and you get paid for it.
In the last 2 weeks, I would have made over $80,000 American, so about, what is that, like $110,000, $120,000 Canadian.
Listen to how entitled he is. You don't own Star Wars, dude. This isn't your money. You didn't make something that made this money. You took the work other people have done and just remixed it in a really cringy, awful way. You got a minimum amount of their fans to come and watch your cringe fest, and you're complaining that you didn't get that money from their fans.
And that would have paid for pretty much the whole thing. It would have got me running with a good start onto episode 2, and yeah, things would have been rolling.
It all would have been great, me just taking Star Wars as if it were mine.
But now, money is going to be going to Disney.
How dare they make money off of something they own? Oh my god.
Warner Chappell, and they have claimed the video, the whole movie, because there is a piece in there that uses apparently a rendition of the Imperial March. So that being said, it's not about the money, it's...
Because I'm not concerned about the money at all. I just want to make sure that nobody makes money off of this if I'm not going to make money off of it.
It's the principle, you know? When they come to me with these rules and they say, you can't make money from it, you can't crowdfund, you can't...
What fucking principle do you think you are entitled to be following? You should be thanking your goddamn lucky stars they even let you do this. You coming on YouTube like a whiny crybaby because you happen to trigger some sort of copyright on music that the owner actually owns that you're using.
You can't monetize the video, but then someone goes in there and manually claims, this is not just something done by YouTube, oh, it sounded like something Star Wars, so we're gonna claim. Someone from one of those companies went in there and manually claimed it.
How dare it not be some automated bot? Like, he's offended that a person actually noticed you were using their music and decided that they deserve compensation for that? Why is that offensive? It's true. There's nothing wrong with this claim.
And to me, that's just very vindictive, it's very rude, and it's hurtful to say the least, you know?
How dare you? You have no grace or humility or a sense of gratefulness for them just letting you use their property. They could have said no. They should have said no with the way you're acting.
Disney makes billions of dollars. This is pennies to them.
They also spend billions of dollars on Star Wars.
And it just seems that they really don't respect anything at all for the fandom. And it hurts me to say that because I've always been a really big fan of Disney.
I've been a big fan. You owe me stuff, even though every time I've given you money, you've given me something for my money, and it's been a mutual exchange. Somehow you owe something to your customers. I'm not just a customer, I'm a fan. We're in this together, Disney, right? Right?
I've always tried to be a really positive figure in the Star Wars community, and
he's a figure in the Star Wars community. Somebody spear me through the gut if I ever say anything like that.
And I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing here.
Could you not? Could you please stop?
Thank you for watching this video. I wanted you all to be aware of why there are ads going to be running on it now. It is not me. It is Disney. They're taking the money for it. So, love you all.
Are you about to break out into tears, dude? Good lord. So this whole video and these crocodile tears keep reminding me of a video by Bobby Burns.
So, we know what people crying looks like, right?
I hate school.
Now, let's take a look at the crying in some of these videos I'm talking about.
The reason it's been so difficult for me to admit that things change.
Love you all. Thank you. And I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, may the Force be with you.
The final thing I would say to look for is when a YouTuber leaves in the part of the video where they turn on or turn off the camera. So here's an example of how the video would end. They'd be sitting there, they'd be saying the last few things like, I'll never forget the time that I've had. Bonk. And they turn the camera off.
I'll see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, may the Force be with you.
Oh my god, kill me. So here's the second video he put out
today. So thank you so much for the support that you've given me in the last 24 hours. It is absolutely overwhelming, and we're on the front page of Reddit, which is pretty cool. Now, the company Warner Chappell, which is under Disney, has responded to my network, but I first want to say that I don't want this to be, a toxicity video. I don't want to spread toxicity in the environment or in the fandom or anything like that. That's not the point here. That's the last thing I want to do. And it just seems that they really don't respect anything at all. One of them was, I said, let me crowdfund, let me not put my money into this project, but you guys can monetize the video and you can make all the money you want from it and do whatever you want from it. They said no.
You already told them that you're totally fine with them monetizing the video, and now you're complaining about it. Now,
Warner Chappell has come to my network, and they basically said, if you appeal this decision, it's ours. We're going to take the money from it.
That music you're using isn't owned by Lucasfilm. It's owned by that music company. Get that through your thick, bald skull.
We're going to strike your channel, which is YouTube's guidelines, and we're going to delete the video anyways. So,
did you go to film school? Did somebody not teach you how copyright works?
I don't want that to happen. This was never about the money. If they want to take the money, if they feel entitled to it, no problem.
They feel entitled to the thing they're entitled to. The gall.
It is George Lucas's IP, and I know George is not in charge anymore. I know he sold it to Disney, and if he were in charge, I think he would have been very okay with fan films and stuff like that.
Disney is okay with fan films. How do you explain the fan film you just made with Disney's blessing? How do you explain The Last Jedi?
So what Warner Chappell has done, and Here's a brief rundown of who they are. Back in 2013, Disney Music Group renegotiated their agreements with Universal Music Group, in which distribution and marketing rights were expanded on a worldwide basis. This allows DMG access to Universal's large roster of award-winning music producers and songwriters. In return, UMG now will have access to Disney's extensive marketing entities. So that means all of Disney's music, and well, now Star Wars is owned by Disney, so
you admit that they own the music that you decided to use for free. So they have every right.
I mean, Warner Chappell and Disney are massive companies. I'm just a little baby Star Wars channel. It's just me here. I don't have a team. I don't have any. This is my apartment.
Oh, he's so humble now. I guess your network that communicated directly with Lucasfilm on your behalf? Yeah, they're not a part of your team. A little itty-bitty channel that is monetized with 1.5 million subscribers and a Patreon with 664 subscribers. This little bitty nobody. I thought you were a figure in the Star Wars community. Oh, but now you're all humble and by yourself.
So what do we do here? Basically, my only option is...
What do we do here? Nothing. You thank your fucking lucky goddamn stars that they let you make this garbage short film to begin with. What you don't do is you don't create 3 crybaby whiny videos complaining that the person who owns this thing you borrowed made a few dollars off of it. Accidentally. Don't rile up your mob for this, dude. They're letting you use their IP for free, and look what you're treating them. Nobody's going to be able to make a fan film after this.
An appeal to dispute. I'm most likely going to lose that, so they feel entitled to it.
You feel entitled to it.
If I file an appeal, they're going to win. They're going to strike my channel, which means my whole channel could be swiped off of YouTube. Gone.
Oh, then what would you be able to do? You wouldn't be able to leech fame and fortune from the Star Wars fan base. Maybe the Star Trek one will have you over.
Turned on monetization, and they've taken it for themselves. They've not even given it to Lucasfilm, who should be entitled to it.
You just said earlier that this company owns the compositions, and now you're saying that Lucasfilm is the only one entitled. You have a deal with Lucasfilm. They already agreed not to monetize it. The music company didn't make an agreement with you.
It was never about the money for me. This was something that I made for the fans, and it will always stay for the fans.
What a beacon of hope you are for the fans, my dear Danny Nobody. These aren't your fans to be making things for. They're not fans of you. They're fans of Star Wars. You keep elevating yourself to like a leader or like some sort of creator in Star Wars.
His abilities have made him, well, arrogant.
This is something made by a fan for the fans.
This is something made by attention whores for attention whores.
For me, this goes beyond cash. You guys feel entitled to it? No problem. Take it.
No problem. Let me just make this video complaining and crying about it and forcing you to notice me. Please notice me.
You want to threaten my channel? Leave my channel alone. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
Oh my god. You're not a tiny channel. How many YouTube placards have you gotten? You've gotten both the silver and gold creators awards. How much revenue does your tiny little channel make? Oh, it's your bread and butter? You make a living on your tiny little YouTube channel.
Question is, why aren't you going after all the other reaction videos that have made reactions to the movie?
Oh my god. You don't understand copyright at all, do you? Fair use. Commentary is protected under fair use. And that's why your little fan film isn't protected under fair use, because it's not commentary, it's not criticism, and it's not a parody.
And I feel that it's gotten the reaction that I wanted. I feel like it has touched a lot of the hearts of many Star Wars fans out there.
It touched my gag reflex.
Now where does this lie us with episode 2? Well, it's gonna be tough because I don't really want them to do this again.
There's not gonna be an episode 2. They're not gonna give you permission after the way you handled this debacle.
And it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna make it happen and we're gonna do it.
No, you're not.
So where's the channel gonna go from here?
Down the toilet. Alright, so I've watched 2, and this is the 3rd one. I don't know if I want to do this.
Now today's video is gonna be the last we hear of this because I'm cutting it. It's done.
I find that unlikely.
You guys created such a stir over the internet the last couple of days. And, well, your voices were heard. Our voices were heard.
Our voices. He's so desperate to make himself part of a bigger group, but then he's so desperate to make himself be a little itty-bitty YouTube channel. It's just me in the studio. I'm nobody. No, don't copy strike me.
Lucasfilm spoke to either Disney or the other company, and they said, you take that claim down right now. And that's exactly what happened, guys. The claim has been released. The film no longer is running ads. It is now back to the fans entirely.
Who cares? The video having ads doesn't make that video not quote-unquote for the fans. These things don't make any sense. This is you just riling up a mob storm because You're having a little temper tantrum because somebody's making money off of something you're not making money on that you had a little hand in, even though you agreed to not make money off of it. If I can't make any money, nobody will. This has nothing to do with the fans. It's all about your ego.
No one's making money off it. Not Lucasfilm, who deserves it. Not me. Not anybody. Not some other company, that's for sure.
Some other company who owns the music. He's treating this company like they just swooped in and was just some random claim that had nothing to do with it. You explained in the other video how they rightfully own the music you used.
Rest assured, Lucasfilm has come to our aid, and I know you guys have executed Order 66 on like every social media, and
cringe.
I didn't ask you guys to do that, but you did it anyways. I think it would be classic.
I didn't ask you guys to do that. I just released 2 whiny complaining videos basically begging you guys to do that.
See, if we all went to Lucasfilm social media, you know, either on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is, and just say, thank you.
Give me more attention.
In the last few days, I've been invited to a lot of conventions and Comic-Cons and things like that. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys on social media.
Look at all the fame and fortune I've gotten from using Disney's IP.
And I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, remember.
Another happy landing.
I hate this guy so much. Note to Disney. As you can see, enabling people like this snowballs out of control really quickly. These fans can have their own little headcanon if they want, but the moment it hits the internet, you need to smack them with a copyright strike. When this kind of stuff hits every social media nerd blog, people start thinking, oh, I can make my own Star Wars fan fiction too. No, nobody wants to see that shit. There's a reason people go to the theater and spend billions of dollars on real Star Wars films instead of paying to see some guy's incoherent wet dream. Disney, letting people take over your storyline and make their own widespread fan fiction is not a smart business practice, and it's not appreciated. I'll never get those 16 minutes back. You gotta put your foot down on these amateurs.